Taliban talks, U.S. envoy says significant progress made in Qatar. The U.S. and the Afghan Taliban have made significant progress in talks aimed at ending the 17-year-old conflict in Afghanistan, the U.S. envoy has said. In a series of tweets, Zalmay Khalilzad did not give details but said the unprecedented 6 days of talks in Qatar were more productive than they have been in the past. He said he was on his way to Kabul to consult Afghan government officials. Earlier, Taliban sources said the two sides had finalized a draft agreement. The deal calls for a withdrawal of foreign forces in return for assurances that Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State, IS, group will not be allowed to use Afghanistan as a base, the sources said. Mr. Khalilzad said talks with the Taliban would continue and that nothing had been finalized. The Taliban has so far refused to hold direct talks with Afghan officials, whom they dismiss as puppets. They say they will only begin negotiations with the government once a firm date for the withdrawal of U.S. troops has been agreed. Taliban sources quoted by Reuters said the key agreements envisaged foreign forces withdrawing within 18 months of the deal being signed. In return, the Taliban offered assurances that Afghanistan would not be used by Al-Qaeda and IS as a base to attack the U.S. The two sides have also agreed on other sticking points including the exchange of prisoners and the lifting of travel bans on some Taliban leaders, Reuters reported. Afghan President Ashraf Ghani has previously said that the Taliban could be recognized as a political party if they accepted a ceasefire and recognized the country's constitution. In December, reports emerged that the U.S. was planning to withdraw about 7,000 troops, roughly half the remaining U.S. military presence in the country. Analysts warn that such a withdrawal can offer the Taliban a propaganda victory. The Taliban emerged in the early 1990s following the withdrawal of Soviet troops from Afghanistan. Shortly before the demise of the Soviet Union, the militants ruled Afghanistan from 1996 to 2001, imposing a brutal version of Sharia law that included public executions and amputations, and the banning of women from public life. They were driven from power by U.S.-led troops following the 9/11 attacks which Washington blamed on Al-Qaeda militants sheltered by the Taliban. The Taliban's power and reach have surged since foreign combat troops left Afghanistan in 2014. It is estimated that about 15 million people, half the Afghan population, are living in areas either controlled by the Taliban or where the militants are openly present and regularly mount attacks.